What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. This is Eric, the Cosmic Wizard, and this is Cosmic Tarot. So I am out of town, visiting a friend. So that is why this location is different. I don't have my microphone, but hopefully the audio is still decent. I feel like I picked a pretty good spot to record. So I hope everyone's having a good weekend. This is going to be for Saturday, November, I think it's the 29th. Yeah, 29th. Did y'all get any Black Friday deals? Because I didn't. Didn't find anything that wasn't, you know what, I take that back. Amazon is where I found the Black Friday deals. The days of going to the mall and getting good quality stuff is dead. Like, and it's not even like a real sale anyway. Can you at least pretend like I'm getting a sale? You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't even like, they wasn't even trying. I went to the Nike store, I was like, where's the rest of the store? Because this is it. I ain't seen that. Nothing said sale. Nothing said 40% off. Nothing said nothing. It was just... But I didn't even go to an outlet. I went to just a regular, like, mall store. Because the outlet... Don't ask me. I'm upset about it, too. Okay. Sorry. I just had to get that out. I've been sitting on that one for a while. Anyway, Gemini, I hope you all are having a good weekend, like I said. Let's get into this reading. Leo, Aries energy. Heavy Leo with the strength card here in reverse. Could be done with the Leo or someone here who is coming off confident, but they could be projecting a little bit. Let's see. Someone who is very, Ace of Cups here. So there's a new beginning in love or something here, or a new romantic endeavor or something here that has a lot of emotions behind it. It could be something as simple as an art project all the way to a new romantic beginning with someone. This is something that has recently started here. The Empress and the Eight of Pentacles. This could be a work in progress with the Ace. The Eight of Pentacles and the Empress here. The Empress is someone who's very nurturing. The Eight of Pentacles, someone who's very hardworking. So this could be a very... person's working hard on the nurturing parts. Ooh. Nine of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. So there's a lot of independence here. Chariot in reverse. Okay. Could be a distance or some type of separation between people here. Or this could have been a... public falling out between two people. It doesn't necessarily be public, like everybody knows, but it's like, it could be kind of messy with the Chariot here in reverse. Someone could be moving away. Someone could have literally drove off into the sunset. Or someone is thinking about it, or they may be almost. The Three of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands here. Not seeing eye to eye, not collaborating, not being recognized for their greatness, their works. This could be a job. You could have left a job or something here. Someone or something that was not paying you attention. Yeah. You left a terrible relationship to go towards this King of Cups here. So this is someone here who is emotionally stable, someone balanced. This could be you as well. You could be coming off as this emotionally stable, balanced, nurturing, maybe masculine energy, or you're going towards a masculine energy who is very emotionally stable and grounded and balanced. The Nine of Swords and the Hierophant here. So there could be strong feelings around someone's beliefs, around one's religion, spiritual practices, or something to do with, you know, higher realms of like authority, sanctions, governments, traditions. You could be, someone could be from a different culture, a different background, a different race even. With the Knight of Swords here, it's like there's a pretty big difference between you and someone else. This could be at work too. This could be political views. It could be anything. That's the Nine of Swords it's creating a lot of mental chaos. You know, this is like you could have parents who have different beliefs, extremely different beliefs, and it creates a lot of tension and a lot of anxiety within one's dynamic here. And maybe this person here, this King of Cups, could be a therapist or someone like that in your life who kind of helps, maybe directly or indirectly. Indirectly, I mean, like maybe they don't even know that they play this role to you. Maybe they just, the things that they say, the things that they do, the way that they live, it could be, you know, maybe awe-inspiring. Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles and the Judgment card. This could be someone who is very, you know, even if they don't realize, this King of Cups energy could be someone who is really, like, before their time. But they could tend to maybe, I don't know, attract not the best type of luck in their lives. I feel like you definitely are drawn to this King of Cup energy here. It's a nice deterrent. Yeah. With the Fool card here. You're definitely drawn to this King of Cups energy. I don't know if it's romantic or not, but it's definitely some type of energetic attraction here. I'm going to lean towards romantic because the cups are emotional, so this doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but the way the Fool and the going towards that King of Cups, I think you want to do more than just talk to him. I don't know. The little dog is right there too. He egging him on. He's like, go for it. Ooh, yeah. 10 of Cups and the 3 of Wands. This person also would like to move towards you, Gemini. This masculine energy, the King of Cups, would definitely find some type of ability to harmonize and help heal. Child. Gemini. I cannot not tell a lie. Ooh, the Death card here. This is going to lead to you transforming something, someone, somehow. Something is being transformed here. I think this is you and this person. Like, you could transform. Like, it's going to be a little bit of an ego death. Ooh, the Ace of Swords and the 10 of Wands. There's a truth that's going to cause someone to, you know, ooh, the 10 of Swords. Damn. Okay. Let's had the Ace of Swords twice. Once with the 10 of Swords and once with the 10 of Wands. So someone here is carrying a pretty big burden and the sense of betrayal. And I think that, I don't know if it's geared towards you, or someone feels betrayed by you, they feel burdened by you, or maybe someone is going to call out your burdens in the way that you've been overwhelmed. I think this is someone here who's, you're going to find out that they also have similar, like this person, what I'm sensing is like maybe this is someone who's also like, you know, Gemini, like, if you've been through a lot, ooh, this is a wish fulfillment here. This 9 of Cups, this whatever this is, this opportunity, it really does feel like it's too good to be true. And this King of Cups energy, I think this is, I'm going to get to this, I'm going to pull one more card for this Chariot in reverse, just to continue the flow. But with this situation, it feels very, very, very rewarding. At least, you know, the 7 of Swords here. See, this is 7 and 7. Spiritually, you are not trusting of something here. But the 7 of Swords, you don't completely believe or buy in. You're not trusting here. Someone here with this 7 of this Chariot energy and the 7 of Swords. 7 and 7. So this to me is like a spiritual karmic cycle, a karmic lesson here with the Chariot in reverse. This is this chaotic energy from the past. The 7 of Swords was like, this is, you know, you're applying, you could be applying some type of trauma response to this King of Cups. It's like you kind of like, you putting this person on interrogation for things that this Chariot in reverse did. And this Chariot reverse could be a Cancer. It does not necessarily be a Cancer. Ooh. But the Six of Cups in reverse, this is from, the King of, that makes a lot of sense. The Six of Cups, nostalgia. Oh, God. This is also living in the past. In reverse, you could be, okay. So this King of Cups, this is like, okay, your nervous system here. We're going to talk about psychology here real quick. All right. So what's going on is you could be in a new environment or new relationship, something here that is emotionally rewarding to you. All right. You determine what that is. Your nervous system, because of this excitement, it is also creating like this cortisol, like, I don't know, fear, something here's going on where like you are also hyper vigilant. You could be a very hyper vigilant person because of stuff that happened to you from the past. With this Chariot here in reverse, this is like your brain had to develop like maybe like when really traumatic things happen to us when we're younger or little, we can't always process everything all at once, right? It would be like an overload. So like you kind of just like close certain memories, certain access points in your brain down just for a short period of time, right? At least what it should be, just so you can get through the day-to-day functions, right? Because if we were back in our like primal brain, which we kind of still have, right? It's adapted if you think about it, like in terms of like work and stuff, right? So like something really, you almost get into a car accident. Well, you could sit and you could think about, oh my God, I could have died and this would happen, or you had to just keep going, right? You almost get hit by a car. Okay, fuck, I can't just, I had to keep, I gotta get to the office. And so like, maybe it's not until later in the evening, you're like, oh my God, I was on my phone, not paying attention, didn't look up and see that car that was drive across the red light. And it's like, I got to be more, mindful, right? And so like, that's easy, kind of hard, but like when you're talking about like compound, like, daily, weekly, very frequent, like, pow, 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 when you're a kid, that's take years. And like, someone may wear the same cologne as someone who used to do something bad, or someone may have certain physical features. Someone may have a different or same speaking cadence, or they may have a similar phrase or a similar whatever, right? That's part of the reason why you attract these people into your life, because there are parts about those people that you are still drawn to, right? And then and I'm just saying you as like you're the only one that does this. I do this too. Everyone does this, actually. This is a survival technique. You start to associate other attributes with them that don't fit, right? So the Seven of Cups here is me seeing someone here who was in this spiritual reminder of like, the Ace of Cups was Nine of Cups is Ten of Cups. This is definitely related back to childhood. Ooh, that just scared the hell out of me. Confirmation drag off. This is definitely a family or a familial karmic cycle thing here, with the Ace and the 9 making 10. That's a full cycle. The 7 and 7 spiritual numbers here. King of Cups. This person's energy is someone who is very emotionally grounded. This person means well. They remind you of someone here, and this could even be Papa. This could remind you of your Papa, of your father. This is someone here who, this could be your father, but I feel like you are going towards this connection here with the full energy, and the death is transforming this. So whatever past, whatever you had to go through, it's being transformed here. The full card is you taking that initiative, that step forward and addressing the Six of Cups energy, this, whatever this is that happened, I don't even think it's anything super uber duper, but it's like, this is going to reframe how you approach relationships and dynamics in the future. When I say dynamics, I don't necessarily mean like, sexual relationships. And I feel like I'm over explaining myself continuously just for consistency and nuance, I guess, just because I never know who's jumping in where and when. But if I ever feel like I'm being overly redundant, please let me know in the comments. This Fool card energy and the King of Wands. Okay. Say it with your chest. You have mastered this level of confidence, this level of, it's actually very attractive, because even though, no, I want to say this, I do know most of my viewers are women, and I don't, I know I see a lot of masculine cards, but sometimes I attribute these to positive traits that women have that are, I guess you could say, within the masculine realm of not being like a, what you might call a soft trait. You know what I mean? Like, I know femininity is like a lot about like softness and like attraction and bringing things to you, and that's cool and that's good and that's correct. But also, like, we're all humans and we all have both masculine and feminine traits. So like, you can attract all day long, but sometimes you have to like put like the activation energy, which is masculine. Like, you have to start with eating properly, you have to clean your body, you have to brush your teeth, keep your hair out, get your nails done. Like, that requires you to actively get something. You have to get up. You can't just float the nail polish and the stuff to your hands. Like, so when I say the King of Wands, I'm not necessarily saying like, oh, this is, masculine, male. This is you, like, you know what, I'm going to start focusing on, help, going to therapy, getting the healing, that we need, going to church, listening to your favorite whomever, getting right with the Lord or whomever. Whatever it is that you need to do, that is, active energy. It requires something. So just being creative, starting a business. Those are a lot of things that we would consider to be masculine that, even though they're not really considered masculine, like male oriented, it's just the orientation of that energy is what we consider to be masculine. It is outwardly reaching. It's going towards something. Feminine energy pulls in. It's, it has a negative charge, like in chemistry, where negative charges attract things to it. Positive charges often go out and seek negative charge to balance them. Does that make sense? That's not all the way accurate, but it's accurate enough for like the lay people terms. Okay, so I don't want any chemists out there watching tarot to come like, actually, ooh, what's changing is this Two of Cups in reverse energy, this mirrored energy, this twin flame dynamic. I like it because I think it's healing that you and your twin flame see things in different perspectives, where like you may be the more on the positive end, this person may be on the negative end. The transformation is going to put an end to that dynamic right there. How? Let's find out. I think it's up to this person. Who is this twin flame? Oh, this person is resilient. Okay, this person is very guarded. Nine of Wands here. Sagittarius. Could be Sagittarius. Someone could have a birthday coming up. So you come off as the Queen of Wands in reverse and the Five of Wands. You're tired of arguing with people. Like, this person's either going to do the work for themselves or they're not. Like, I feel like you've been going through it. The Hangman in reverse. Yeah, but you're really stuck because this is someone you really care about. You don't want to leave them behind. But I feel like you have to accept the fact that this person will prevent you from reaching your independence, your wish fulfillment, your higher self, if you continue to, I definitely feel like, you know, you're going through some stuff here. You're going through an ascension here, and your vibrational energy could be resonating at a frequency where it's like physically like creating some type of shit in people's heads. Like, people could really just be in their heads when they come to you, because it's the way you, like, you remind people of certain things from their past. You know, you're not doing anything, but you remind people of people who have done things. This is the best way I could describe it. Like, you are a walking reminder of, like, you know, it's just something about you. Like, you just remind someone of something that they rather not remember at this moment. But it's not you, it's them. Three of Wands in reverse. Yeah. This person is stuck in the past. They have a hard time. You could really be struggling yourself with moving on from the past. I mean, maybe you just don't see no future, or you didn't see a connection here at first. You were trying to juggle it. Maybe you got this job. You're like, I'll just be here for a few months. I don't think it's going to be anything too cool. And then, you know, it's like you get stuck there. You know, you get stuck in this relationship. And then all of a sudden, boom, here's this Seven of Pentacles. Something new comes, and you're just like, you're ready to forget the old. But for some reason, you know, there's a lot of, I don't know, your nervous system remembers. So maybe there is something here about this person. The Five of Wands in reverse. I feel like in this new job, it's less chaotic, it's less fighting, it's not so much, like, altercations are handled differently. Where, like, maybe in your last job, if someone messed up, it would be like social pariah, like they would be like ostracized, silent treatment from the group, you know. Here, oh, it's okay, like, everyone, you know, it's all right, we just had to, we'll figure it out together. You know, they're more team oriented. Oh, well, yeah, over there is where the ink to the printer goes. Here, let me show you how to put it in. At the last place, it was like, oh my gosh, she didn't even fucking, like, even offer to, like, ask anyone if they could help her put the ink cartridge in. She sat there for 5 minutes. And it's like, well, why didn't you just go over there and help her if you knew that you, well, I mean, I don't know her. You know what I mean? Like, it's that kind of shit. Where the new place is like, oh, here, let me help you. Here, it's kind of janky. It's an older printer. Here, this is how you change the toner. Teacher problems. But, like, you know what I mean? It's like the new place is like, oh, okay. No, yeah, if you want to double-sided there, just click up here and then go drop down to the settings, and then boom. And then you can actually save it. And then every time you want to do it, it'll be saved for you for next time. Oh, thank you. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, it took me forever to figure that out. You know what I mean? Like, it's like that kind of energy. And it's like, oh my God, this is so nice. People are nice here. You know, you could have a nicer parking spot. It could just literally be, you know, but then there's always the Seven of Swords energy. It's like, wait a minute. That last job, they were like that at first too. You know, I had a really good parking spot. They were super nice, and then they started being mean. But it's like, this person is like, when are they going to start to get mean? It's been 2 months yet, and they're still being nice to me. It's like, baby, some people are just nice. And maybe it's not they're nice, it's just that, you know, these people are genuine. But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, though. We always think, you know, nice people are only nice. People are genuinely nice, but they can also retreat that shit. And I don't like when people say, oh, well, you're not a nice person because you clapped back. No, you're not a bitch because you clapped back. You can still be a nice person. Nice, okay, first of all, is it really nice if you let people walk all over you and accuse you of things you didn't do? Is it really nice to just kind of, like, you know, shrink yourself, you know, be overly understanding, allow people to be disrespectful? because they have, trauma, because they have this. That's enabling, right? So there's a way where you can acknowledge people's pain and all of that, and not to be like all of that, but you know what I mean. Just everyone has stuff going on, and I don't want to sound like I'm minimalizing people's problems because I care a lot about people's problems. But at the end of the day, you have to have a good, strong boundaries, and this person does. This person has good, strong boundaries, and that could be where where it starts to maybe in our brain sometimes feel like disregard. Even this happens to me. Someone has a boundary, you may not realize you've overstepped it. Instead of being, well, that's a stupid fucking boundary to have. I respect that boundary. That's your boundary, whatever, got it. Either you have to accept their boundary, right? Because, you can either choose to continue to move forward with that boundary in place, or you can disengage. Where I think in the past, a lot of people have just chose to disengage with people who have strong boundaries. This person is going to accept that person's boundary, understanding that people have boundaries because of things that have happened to them in the past, and it doesn't reflect on their character. Well, I mean, it does, but you know what I mean? They're not just an asshole. You know what I mean? They're processing some shit, and they're asking you to give them some time to help them further process it. I think that's valid. At least they're making it known, right? They're not allowing people to cross their boundaries, be upset about it, stew in it, and then go around and play victim behind this person's back like that other person used to do. Or they've done before in the past. So I think that's maturity here. That's growth. And you could be that person. You could be either person, or you may be learning both sides of the coin in this scenario. As an ex-people pleaser, I'm learning how to set boundaries, and I'm also accepting the boundaries that have been placed upon me by other people, and not feeling rejected or shunned or dismissed. You know what I mean? Like someone having boundaries because I didn't have boundaries didn't make them a crazy or a bad person. It just meant that I was a little, I didn't have clear set goals for what I wanted for myself. So I think it's just important, with this that's what this transformation in this death card is. It's taking these twin flames, you guys are needing to see each other's perspectives here, and it's changing that dynamic here. It's changing that dynamic. You're going to be able to see why they do the things that they do, and they'll see why you do the things that you do, and it's going to be, watch something really positive come out. Y'all saw that, right? It's going to be this union. The Hierophant speaks of unions here. This speaks of dun dun da dun 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 da dun. It also speaks of traditions, and I think what's going on is, your sense of your belief systems, like I was saying earlier, they're changing. You could be not even like changing, but they're expanding, okay? That's a better word. You're going to adopt a wider range of, Muslims live this way, Christians live this way. This could be a, what I'm trying to say is, this could be a relationship like, okay, a Muslim man and a Christian woman, despite their religious differences, they're able to come together and practice their faiths, intertwined, and it doesn't affect one another. You know what I mean? His parents and her parents, they could have reached a resolution in how they wanted to get married. They want to get married at a mosque. They want to get married in a church. Maybe they picked a music symphony hall because everyone loves music, right? And maybe, those beliefs aren't that important to them anymore. Maybe those are just things that they, held on to for tradition's sake. Well, my family's Catholic, so that's a pretty big deal to them, but clearly it couldn't be. Not to say that Catholics and Muslims don't get along, because I'm sure they do. And we've never had a crusade or nothing like that, but now we're all Gucci, Anyway, Gemini, you know, I always have the intention of making these videos not longer than 30 minutes, which I love how I just never follow that attention unless I really have to do something. But I just love talking. And I feel like you are in this dynamic here that is creating a paradigm shift in your belief systems here. Yeah, it's going to take some collaboration here. And you're going to really... And you know, this is a new... And I love watching tarot readers because I learned so much from them as well. And that dawned on me that, like, this person is, like, on a platform. Like, whatever this little step stool, weight bench is, you know. And it's to signify that this person's ideas are being uplifted over these two, right? So all three of them got their thinking caps on, but these two are listening and taking directions from this person. This person's the builder. These two are the planners, right? They got the papers. They got the shit. You know, he probably like just, he ain't been on the site in a couple weeks, so he's just doing this to see how much he got to pay. And that's his secretary. So he's like, okay, so where is the office going to be? Yeah. We got the people right here. We're finna be right here. It's coming over here. We got this one coming up right now. This unit going to be done in about 2 weeks, but the top of outlet ain't going to work on half of them. And this is going to be a luxury apartment. We're going to start listing at 9600. Yeah. For a studio. Now, this is going to be a 2-bath over here. This is going to be about 1.7 mil. Yeah. But you can get on Klarna. You can do your down payment on Klarna. We take $550 and up, but we need 3 personal references. Type shit. And they're like, oh, okay. What about Affirm? You take Affirm too? No, just Klarna. Okay. Just checking. But if you do apply, you might get an Amazon gift card if approved. $100 towards your Amazon account. So you got some good ideas. Klarna for house payments. You know, they do have this one app where you can break your rent into like weekly payments. It's hard for us Americans and everyone else. I think Australia has a really bad inflation rate as well. You know what? Cheers to the working class. It's hard for us. Anyway, you guys are going to be collaborating a lot with people here, and your ideas are some of the best. Like, in other words, this card means you bring something to the table as well. You're not only just sitting at the table you're not just sitting in a group of 3 collaborating. You're leading. You're bringing ideas, and those ideas are being selected. They're being uplifted. They're being exalted. There is a vast majority of information that you can teach other people. You're learning and you're growing, and you're also teaching as well. You know, some of the best students are teachers, and the best teachers are students, and sometimes the worst students are teachers too. 3333 on the clock. But you know what? Yeah. I see you're going through like this level up in like a karmic cycle where you're truly learning about who you are. Yeah, letting your guard down. The Queen of Wands. You're becoming this witchy, sexy, attractive, magnetic, abundant, loving, charismatic person here. And you're learning how to not be so defensive. You've been fighting your whole life, and now it's time for you to rest and just enjoy the fruits of your labor and those that would love to help you. All right, guys, that's all I got for you, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully. Until then, be safe, have a good weekend, drink water, peace.